Hey everyone, so sorry I missed a video yesterday. I was traveling for work, but back at it today with the new epic that has been released. We did get this for our content creator kind of sneak peek so we can show you guys how good those new heroes are. Sadly, I did not get Haruma yet. Is that her name? Haruna. Hopefully we get her either tonight or sometime early next week, just so we can showcase her as well. But today we've got Andros, which is Fire Andre, basically. Okay, so this epic is 100% built for the Earth Rift boss. His kit is just 100% dedicated to it. So let's talk about him, and then we're going to do a couple different tests. As you see here, I have him at Ascended 4. I do have the pots available to ascend him to 6. And I've also got 11 epic books that I'm going to put into him just so we can see if he's going to be worth it in order to progress through this dungeon. So here's his trait. Lava Retaliation. When an ally is attacked, launches a counterattack with the special ability. This is a 1-round cooldown, and damage of the counterattack is increased by 50% if the attacker casts an area ability, and then it goes up to 100% increase in his damage if he's ascended. Now, this is an amazing trait. It's great for Earth Boss in the Rift of Chaos, because all of your damage basically comes from counterattacks whenever he converts all of his defense into attack. So he's left with 0 defense. So really great trait. The thing that usually has been, I wouldn't say an issue, but one of the downsides to most of these fire heroes that we've been using in that dungeon is they only counterattack when they're hit. This trait allows him to counterattack even whenever they do those single target HP attacks, you know, on the person with the highest HP. So he'll be counterattacking every single round. Really cool. So his basic ability deals 120% damage to an enemy and applies Ignite to them for 2 turns. So Ignite is pretty good against this boss, mainly because every single debuff that he has on him, he does 5% less damage on his big AoE kind of damage dealing effect. So putting up debuffs on him is good. So having Ignite, you know, on your damage dealers to do additional damage over time stuff is pretty nice. So this is the special ability. This is what he'll be counterattacking with. And it says deals 120% damage to one enemy and then applies Ignite to them for 2 turns and recovers health equal to 50% of damage dealt. Great special ability. You know, being able to do self-sustain, to have self-sustain on himself is really great. It's similar to what Rosalie does. So having a special ability that gives him some health gain, really, really nice. And then his ultimate ability, he gains bonus focus, which we don't know what it is, and then launches 4 attacks on one enemy and deals 250% damage in total. And then each attack, so every instance of these 4 attacks, it has an 80% chance to apply 1 stack of Ignite. So it could apply up to 4 stacks of Ignite, and then that is applied for 2 turns. So, I mean, this is everything you want in an epic for the Rift of Chaos boss. He's a specialty unit. I do think he probably has some viability in Tulpa as well. He probably also has some viability in Guild versus Environment Wood Boss. So, yeah, I think this is a great step in the right direction. The problem is I think what we're going to see is this hero probably needs some kind of book treatment in order to really progress throughout the Rift of Chaos. So, but this is what we have so far. So I've got 4,400 attack, 187 speed, 216% crit damage, and then a little bit of focus. So this is unbooked, right? We're going to test that out. And then he does not have his 5th ascension in order for his special ability to do additional damage. But we're going to run a little test here. So I do have him in some pretty good assassin gear, along with some decent relics as well. So I have focus, crit rate, precision, a little bit of speed, and attack percentage on the fabled piece there. Crit rate, crit damage, attack percentage, crit rate, attack percentage, attack percentage with speed and crit rate, and some focus. Crit damage with crit rate and focus, as well as some health there. And then attack percentage and speed with a little bit of crit rate. So then his relics, he has 16% attack, but then he also has additional damage against wood heroes, which is really nice, and then also gets an additional attack boost on his counterattacks. As far as his tome, he has health percentage, but he also has damage received from wood heroes at 2.5%, and then he has an attack percentage grail that deals additional damage based on the target's current health. So for his glyphs, he gets some pretty decent speed, and he gets some nice crit rate, so that's always welcomed. As far as his masteries go, he does have the crit damage and crit rate masteries, so that's going to help me kind of change up his build here to really put out some more damage whenever we end up testing his booking ability. And then here, he gets his additional trait on Ascend 5, goes from attack, health, and then speed on the third one. So let's take him for a spin here, all right? So we're going to just do stage 4 because of the speed requirements. So right now, I'm trying a team without Zitlin, Shane, or Flarence, right? Because that seems to be the common complaint, is you need those heroes to farm these stages. So we're going to try and not have that be an issue. Now, I do have Matson in here. I have not been impressed with this hero. Even with the buff that he got, with an increase in speed and health, he just dies so quickly. So anyway, I will say that none of these heroes are booked other than the Rosalie. And she does have some pretty good gear, but she is nowhere near, as strong as other heroes that I've seen. So we're going to take a look at, the counterattack damage. We're also going to see, how his regular damage is and stuff like that. So we do have a pretty tanky brand here. He's got around 31,000, 32,000 HP. So Matson's going to go in there, give us an Ignite and Vampiric Touch, and then he brought in Andros, or Fire Andre, to come in there and put up another Ignite. So we'll get some nice damage here with our Rosalie. Okay, and then we're going to slow this down. So here is his ultimate. So we already have 2 stacks of Ignite on here. And we're going to try and add some more because it's going to reduce his damage on the ultimate ability. Okay, so we put up 3. That was pretty nice. So here's the AoE. And here's the counterattack. So 37,000. That is without the Ascension. Now, Rosalie, who was booked, right? She had, 95,000? And has some pretty nice attack stats, so about a third of the damage, okay? So, anyway, this team can beat this boss. I've done this already. Let's put this on, actually, no, I do want to show you one more thing here. This is the special ability. So it's just 8,000. Okay, so there he hits Brand. See, and there's the counterattack still for another 34,000. Where Rosalie or Levi or Geralt, they wouldn't be counterattacking in this instance, right? Yeah, so if you don't have multiple counterattackers, if you don't have, the Zitlin Flarence Shane combo thing, I think this epic hero is probably the way to go. And I mean, even more so, I think that this is probably, you know, just your best bet in regards to, you know, even increase your damage with heroes like Zitlin and Shane and Florence, right? So here you'll get the counterattack. Nice. And then the counterattack from Rosalie, and then that's all she wrote. So, pretty cool. Pretty cool. So, decent hero, you know, at least from the first test there, right? So, what we'll do here, right, it was right around 30-some thousand, I think. What we'll do is we'll go back and we'll give him, you know, another Ascension and see what his counterattack damage does. Unbooked. But with his trait unlocked, awakened, as the developers had said. All right, so now his counterattack, whenever it's an AoE ability, will do 100% damage instead of that 50%. Oh, whoops. All right, go back to stage 4 here. All right, and let's see what his damage is like now. Alrighty. So we got on slow-mo here. Remember, it's right around that 30,000 mark, 31,000. So let's see what his AoE does here now. I mean, his special ability counter. So about 5,000 more. That's okay. Not bad. Okay. And now, I guess, the real test. Slapping books in them. What everyone loves. The need for books. All right. We're doing it for science, people. I hope they land in gear, though. All right. 3 in gear. Perfect. Oh. Well, that's annoying. Got lucky on the first one, and then still, I think this is a pretty good indicator. And then we also have boost to his ability damage, which is nice. We also have the ability to not worry about crit rate as much. So he should be doing a little bit more damage. His special ability also got some additional damage as well. So that's pretty good. Let's switch up his gear real quick, just so he doesn't have as much. Let's do maybe some attack percentage and speed. And then crit damage, assassin set. Can't take that one. That's not a very good piece. Oh, nice. Okay. Well, that worked out. A little bit of speed, some nice crit damage rolls. And focus. The defense percentage isn't that great, but whatever. Another speed. Alright, focus, whatever. Let's see here. Let's give this a little more speed. Let's try that again. One more time. All right, there we go. Nice. Okay, so some speed there with more crit damage. And let's do crit damage and speed. Do we have that available? Who's this on? Rosalie again. Levi. Ah, there we go. That's a good one. Okay, and then let's find a better Maybe a better helmet. Crit damage, crit rate, attack percentage. Pizza Cat. How's that looking? 98, 193. I still don't know if that's fast enough. Okay, and then we'll just do crit rate speed or something like that. I need attack percentage and speed. That looks good. Okay. All right. Let's give that a spin. All right. So now he's booked. We'll go stage 4. Just to see what his damage is like. At 197 speed. Okay. And then we're going to see if stage 5 is doable. Okay, so AoE. Let's speed this up a little bit. And then he goes in. All right, now let's see the counterattack damage. Whew. 77, basically doubled it, and we're still missing a... Yeah, still missing a... our last roll on the mastery there. Huh, okay. Cool. All right, so... Oh, let's see what the counterattack is here. 42,000. I mean, that's still pretty good. Nice. Okay. I feel like that's viable. I mean, I've just thrown together some gear here, but it does seem like it's doable. Obviously, I think whenever you throw in, you know, a Zitlan, Shane, whatever team, then it gets even easier. But let's see if this will work on stage 5, because this is where you want to be farming, you know, at the minimum, so you can get those rare relics, right? Okay, so he's still fast enough here. That's good. They're putting the Shield of Mercy on the wrong people. I'm gonna have to redo this. So he did get couple resists there, and yeah, and then Bachelor just dies. But that's, I mean, 75,000 is pretty good. Okay, so I mean, this obviously won't work on 5. It probably needs to be a little more tuned. You know, your HP guy gets one shot. Yeah. So, I mean, and this is the bummer about these things, man, is you're still gonna you're still in the same exact position where, you know, you still need these comps, you know, still need these comps where you need either Zitlan or Shane or whoever in order to get that done. Okay, guys, so the last thing I wanted to test here was if he was viable as a second damage dealer in one of these standard comps. So right now, we have a couple people that fill this role, right? You've got Geralt, who can fill in. You've got Aramo, which is another epic. Who else you got? You have Levi, which most people don't have. And Thomas as another epic. So just wanted to see if he fills that role. I think he does. The only thing I'm worried about is him surviving, you know? So let's see here. Put up the shield on Shane. I gave him new boots, so now he's in speed boots. That's why he's able to work in this higher stage here. He's got like 220 speed now or something. Okay, so Zitlin puts up the curse. This is also not the ideal turn order, but whatever. Wow, he just survived. He does heal himself fully though, so that's nice, but yeah, it's kind of ridiculous. So like stage 7, he ain't surviving that first AoE, which is pretty frustrating. So then Zitlin dies. The second counterattack, like on the max HP. Ooh. Well, that's something. Interesting. Huh. Okay. Cool. Okay, so as a second damage dealer, I would guess that he's like your premier epic. I think Rosalie and him are what is going to help you scale, but I don't know how he's going to survive unless, I guess, you do something, you know, for Earth 7, maybe you don't have Flarence, although you're not going to get as much damage now. But I think if I had this tuned the right way, yeah, I mean, there's probably some potential there. Okay, so moral of the story. Let's get this thing over with. Moral of the story is he is a very strong epic for Earth Boss, at least for stages 5 and 6, because right now I've got him at 18,500 health with 1,500 defense, and he did survive that AoE nuke at the beginning of stage 6. So he does seem viable there, but it does not take away of the fact that you still need those 3 heroes, or at least for me, like, I have not taken the time to solve these stupid things. They're not fun. They stink. But if you're into them, this guy seems pretty viable for that dungeon. So, yeah, that's basically all I got for you guys. I hope you enjoy, and I'll catch you on the next one. See ya.